All right, today we're going to talk about how to create your own trading style. These are all the different things that you're going to need in order to create a trading style that caters to you. I believe that one of the most important things that a trader can do is make a style that caters to them, because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one executing the trades on the chart. You're going to be the one having to hold trades that are in drawdown. This is going to be personal to you, and everybody's life is different too. You might still be working a 9 to 5. You might have kids, things of that nature. So you need to find a session time and times and sessions that are going to align with your life. Trading has to be specific to you, even though we are learning, the basic strategies and structures of the market. So that means that you're going to have to create your own trading style, and this is how we're going to do it. So the first thing you're going to need is confluences. Confluences are things in the market that cause you to inject risk. So for example, in my strategy, this would be things like a break of structure, a retest back into that structure, and a break of the previous candle once that order block is tested. Kind of like what we talked about in the last video. Those three things happen with some other things that will cause me to enter. And I'm going to show you guys this website called TradeZilla. This is a great website that I just added to my trading that really just documents and does everything for you, so you don't have to do everything manually like I used to have to do. So when you can create a playbook, they give you your entry criteria, which is what we just talked about, confluences, exit criteria, which is going to show you if these things happen, then you're going to get out, or in market conditions, if there's a trend, things like that. So if you have TradeZilla, you can go and do all of the things that I used to have to do manually. You can do trade replay, where you can go and look at trades that happen and replay these trades and figure out what you did wrong. And you can back test on here too. And back testing is one of the things that you're going to have to be able to do to make sure your strategy has edge, but we'll come back to that. So you're going to need confluences. You're going to need entry criteria, like we just talked about, things that cause you to enter, and things that cause you to get out of the trade. Entry and exit criteria. And usually the way you enter is going to be the way you exit. Just keep that in mind. Market conditions, meaning you need to see this kind of strategy, this type of structure, in the market. Session time. There are 4 different sessions. We're going to go over those real quick. Hold on. So these are the 4. They break it up into 5, but there's really only 4 different sessions in the market. Sessions basically are times where certain currencies are more active than others. During these times, these are usually early in the morning for that time zone in that specific place. This is where, like we talked about, big banks, big institutions like to move their funds at this time usually, and it's broken up into sessions. So you have the London session, which we talked about, is from 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock. New York session is from 7 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Sydney, which is basically Asian session, is from 5 to 1. And, well, these are kind of Tokyo's Asian session too, 6 to 2, 5 to 1. Around this time is Asian session. So these two are together. That's 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3. And then I forgot what they call this session, but this is like somewhere in between London. Not really important. The important ones are London, New York, and Asian. So pick between one of these 2 times, and you usually want to trade around the open and the close of these sessions, because that's when the market is going to move the most. That gives you an opportunity to enter. So you're going to need to find one of these sessions and dedicate your time to this session whenever you do back testing or you have your strategy. That is the best way to format it. Okay? You need to choose out of that. You need to choose one of the 3 session times to trade around. Preferably market open or close. Back testing your strategy. So now, once you've chosen all of these different criterias, and this is something you need to go on the internet and do your own research. You can try to do my style, which is supply and demand. We would have to go further with consultations before you learn that specifically. I plan on releasing a course in the future that will detail that strategy step by step. I do take inspiration from a lot of different guys, and I've kind of put that together in order to cater towards the style that works for me. So that means you're gonna have to find. So my specific strategy is supply and demand. You can do your own research on that. Just look up supply and demand forex strategy on YouTube and Google. It'll show you. I have a couple other confluences that you could have just saw that caused me to enter and exit. But this is my strategy. If you want to learn it, please feel free to DM me and we can work out something. You can join my Calendly consultations, and I'll be glad to show it to you on there. But you need to find a strategy that works within these different criteria and choose something that makes sense for you. Okay, makes sense for you. That is the main thing I want to drum in you guys' head is trade what works for you. Okay. Now this is about now we're going to go over how to back test your own strategy. Okay. So like we talked about, trading is a three-legged stool: technical analysis, psychology, and statistics. Statistics is the one that's going to give you confidence in your strategy because you have a certain win rate and a certain winning sequence. So because of that, you're going to have to back test the strategy once you have all of these things written down. So I'm going to show you guys how to back test. You're going to need TradingView Pro. It's about $15 a month, and you can use this in order to back test. This is the way I used to do it, but then I'm going to show you guys an easier way to do it on TradeZella. TradeZella is about $50 a month, but like I said, you have all those different things in there, and that's going to really, that small $50 is really going to cut the learning curve in your trading journey. So I would really recommend you guys go get TradeZella instead of just TradingView, but you're going to need TradingView too, but I would recommend getting TradeZella, okay? But this is how I used to back test, okay? So once I knew I had all my different confluences, I go back to a previous date, usually about a year ago. So we can do, for time's sake though, I'm gonna go back to February 1st, okay? You put on this replay feature, and we back test as if this is a live session, okay? I trade New York session, which is about at 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So you can see once you get good, you can just automatically know where setup is going to happen and how it's going to happen. So I look at for my confluences. We wait to see what we thought we saw. Break of a structure. Just make it more accurate because this is New York session yet. Wait till 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Let's say from our liquidity graph strategy, we saw price trending in the direction downtrend. We saw the previous session's high get taken out, London. Hard move back into it. Once this candle broke, we put in our position. And we let profits run. Boom. That'd be about, let's say I took it right here. That'd be about a 1 to 4. So we'd write down +4, and we'd write down in our mind how much we wanted to risk on this strategy, how much we would have made. We're treating it like a live session. We're repeating this over a long period of time, at least 6 months, to know if your strategy has edge. 6 months worth of these trading sessions right here once you have all of your confluences. But there's an easier way to do this. If you use the back testing inside of TradeZella, they do all this for you. So let me just show you the video real quick. They explain it better than me.
It's made up of different tabs. The order tab is where you can execute your session. You can now see we have an open position with our unrealized P&L moving.
They have all this stuff inside the
When it
app
comes
for
to
you.
closing a position, there's a couple ways. One option is to click this icon, which will close your entire position. But instead, let's click this pencil icon. You can now see we have the option to close a certain quantity. In this case,
You can document and do this all inside of their own app. That's why I recommend you guys get this TradeZilla account. This is another way to do it. You can do it way easier. So I'd recommend you do that. You need at least 6 months. I did a year. If you want to be great, go farther. But you need at least 6 months worth of data to know if your strategy is profitable or not. Once you have that number, you know how many trades you're going to win in a certain series of trades. You know what to risk, and you know the sequence of your trades. Super easy way to do that. So I really want you guys to go ahead and do this, because this is I'm telling you, this is going to really shorten your learning curve. I wish I would have had somebody that told me this earlier, because this is eliminating risk. I mean, this is eliminating the gambling aspect of it. When you add in statistics, it becomes systematic. It removes your emotion. It removes you. Now all you are is a vessel for your edge. This is really going to cut the learning curve on your road to profitability, and you guys should really do this. So this is how to create your own trading style. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, comment, reach out. I promise you I will get back to you, and I will answer your question to the best of my ability. Thank you.